Hi folks, me again. It's my first harvest of the year out of the wardrobe, probably about a third of what's in the wardrobe. So I'm going to go through what I've got and have a little bit of a chat. I've had loads and loads of chilies. The plants haven't looked that healthy, but they have given plenty. Some haven't, they've just grown and grown and grown with nothing. So some of these will have to go in my remaining grow tent to finish them off. Tomatoes were just dismal this year. Some of the peppers, but I can keep a lot of this stuff going in that grow tent that I've got in my bedroom. The blueberry bushes, if you invest in a decent sized blueberry bush, a pot and some ericaceous soil, that blueberry plant will pay for itself by the second season. 100% worth investing in, and they just go and go and go and go and go. They're very tough. They can handle it, you know, a lot of heat. They can handle a fair amount of cold. They're just very practical and very healthy. Just touching on the Maori thing, the fires. The fact that there was a book published on the 10th of August about the Maori Fires, the wildfires, was published and on sale on Amazon by the 10th of August, and relating it to climate change. That says it all. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You know, we've all got our own different opinions, but that just screams deliberate to me. So we'll leave that at that. My beetroot, dismal, absolutely dismal. You know, I've seen other people that have grown beetroot in similar pots to this, same soil, blah blah blah. They've just, yeah, dismal. These dwarf runner beans, dwarf French beans, have been fantastic. I've had loads and loads of them. They take up so little space, they're so easy to grow, and you get so much off the plant considering how big the plant is. Got loads of chilies growing on there. This was a runner bean plant that I kept in the greenhouse. Look at it, crap. I planted this one a month later and kept it outside. It's lush. There's loads ready for harvesting on there. There's some I'm going to let just grow and grow and grow, so they're massive, they turn yellow. You save the beans, you plant them the following year. Wow. Did anyone catch that? Anyone see that? There was a fox jumped over that fence and ran down the garden. I'm going to have to play it back at some point and see if I can see it. I saw it with my eyes. I don't know if the camera caught it. How about that? Wow. It's what I call a magic moment. This just keeps on giving. I drink so much sage tea now, and it's definitely made a difference. The orchard. They're on the scent of that fox, which will be long gone now. So I said I was going to plant some fruit trees. I say what I mean what I say, and I did it. So I've got a plum tree, a raspberry bush, a pear tree, this is a honeyberry plant which grows quite big, similar to blueberries, a little bit more tart, another pear tree. I was wondering why that pear tree there didn't give me any pears for the last 2 years. It's because it needs other pear trees to cross-pollinate from. So I've got 3 now. I've got an apple tree that will give me apples that I can eat straight from the tree, as opposed to that apple tree which are all cookers. And then I've got a gooseberry bush, and at the end here I've got a goji berry bush which grows to about 4 meters, but unbelievably good for you. I've got a little black currant bush there, my own supply of rose hips, and then at the back there's a blackberry bush full of massive blackberries. And I've got my cherry tree, which, well, I'm going to start netting from now on because I've had 1 cherry off it. The birds keep stealing them. I had loads of plums off my plum tree. I've got raspberry bushes in the back there, as well as blackberry bushes. The blackberry bushes need to be cut right back because they just get out of control. There's my trusty wardrobe that I've got all the potatoes from. Another goji berry plant there that's going to be going in there once my friend has come round and cut all that down for me, so I've got loads more sunlight coming into the garden. What else have I got? Yeah, these beetroot, again, not looking fantastic. They're probably going to end up being quite small, but it's all trial and error, remember. That's all it is, it's trial and error. Knowing what will grow well in your garden that's unique to you. The red cabbage, dismal. Turnips, dismal. Potatoes, just potatoes. Loads, just loads and loads and loads of potatoes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bags. And if you keep them in the right conditions, you're looking at, you could save them for about 9-10 months, all organic. I've made sure that I've got loads of manure and ericaceous soil and normal multi-purpose stuff, so I will be putting more stuff in pots. I've joined a fitness class and it's made a massive difference to my mental health. Bearing in mind that when Sally was diagnosed, she was diagnosed with stage 3C ovarian cancer, and she was given a 5% chance of survival, so a death sentence. And then 2 weeks later, COVID happened, and my head just went. It was going bit by bit. It was because I knew everything. I knew what was going on. I knew everything was wrong. I knew everything was fake. And I could see what was coming. So having all of that on top of knowing I was going to lose my wife was just horrific. It's been tough on us all, you know, but just bear in mind that taking all of that into account, throughout all of that, especially 2020, 2021, most, if not all of you, stood your ground, and you got nothing but ridicule. It's, you know, you fell out with family members, friends. You had problems, probably had problems at work, you know, but you stood in your truth because you knew. So you give yourself some credit, because it's due. You should be giving yourself a pat on the back. And when we get on the other side of this, and we will, I feel 100% certain that good will conquer evil. 100%. I've got total faith in that. But the journey between now and then is going to be one hell of a rough ride. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. So it's just, unity is everything. And all of those people that ridiculed you are going to end up respecting and revering you. I mean, I've had a look at the analytics of the channel, and pretty much very similar age to me. And we're the last of a generation, a pre-internet generation. So we've got a wisdom and a skill set that is the last of us, you know. People are going to be looking up to us to guide us through. So we've got to keep our shit together, no matter what. So yeah, give yourself some credit. I don't know if anyone watched one of I think it was the second to last Richard Vobes video. It's a lot to take in, hell of a lot to take in. But it sounds very positive. But you've got to keep an open mind. Don't just believe what I say. Don't just believe what they say. Keep an open mind, and any little bits of information that you hear that resonates with you, chances are it's true. So just trust your gut. Always trust your gut. And in order to trust your gut, you need to look after your gut. Start looking at prebiotics and probiotics, and you know, you could just start with something like apple cider vinegar, just to get your gut health going. It's all important stuff. So, and never stop trying to wake people up. As exhausting as it is, and as pointless as it seems sometimes, people are waking up. People are waking up rapidly, and it's inevitable that the BRICS nations thing is going to turn everything on its head, and that starts today. You know, and Saudi Arabia joining, and that was the Saudi Arabia is the pinnacle of keeping the dollar, the US dollar, up. It's the US dollar is going to crash, and anything that's US dollar backed is going to go with it. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There are silver linings everywhere. You've just got to look for them. So that's all I've got to say for now. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong. Stand in your truth, and keep other people going. Just keep pushing yourself. Keep pushing yourself. But honestly, look into fitness classes, because it's not just about the fitness. It's about being part of a group again, and you know, having a laugh and socialising. And getting fit is almost a byproduct, but it's really good for your mental health. Just saying. So much love. Ciao for now.